It's been a year since I left my previous life behind, lost 35 pounds in the process, and now I'm living in my first investment property. Here's how I'm planning on staying fit and being able to maintain the body that I have now without being at the gym as much, just because I don't have the time with all the renovations. I am going to be replacing all of these cabinets. Today is Thursday. The new cabinets come in next Thursday. I plan on tearing these down in the process, so if I can get as much done as possible for healthy, nutritious, easy meals now, then I won't have to worry about it later. We are going as simple as possible. This is pretty much everything I'm going to be using. Also have some frozen corn and a few other things in the fridge. So let's get cooking while I listen to an audiobook and drink maybe a glass or two of wine. This is not a fancy household. We are drinking from a normal glass tonight because I am not digging out my wine glasses. Costco chicken. Excuse the terrible lighting. This is one of my most versatile meal preps that I do. It's onions, a couple of different types of beans, depending on what I have in the cupboard. Usually I'll at least do black beans. And then I also add corn and maybe a few other vegetables, depending on what I have. Kind of like a cowboy caviar. Just think about that. If you look it up, you can do pretty much anything with it. And here, this is an example. I'm going to be making them into stuffed peppers with some cheese. And then anytime I need to eat something quick, I can just throw these straight into the oven, have a meal on the go. I can bring them in for my lunches, or I can have them in the evening with a dinner. If I wanted a little bit of extra protein, I can also add some ground beef or some of that Costco chicken that I had. This is the easiest meal prep I ever do, and I find it's really versatile. I can have it for a nice snack, or I can have it for breakfast time, which is usually what I do with some fruit. If I can open this bloody container. Oh, plain Greek yogurt, which I use for like 99% of my cooking instead of using sour cream or anything else. I am using this protein powder. You can do pretty much whatever you want with this, and it's super easy to prepare. You get lots of your protein in through the day. It's just awesome. I highly recommend you try this. Okay, sure. Kind of like the texture of a cheesecake in the end. So good. Great for breakfast, great for a snack if you want. But I think that's going to be the end of the meal prep for the night because it is getting kind of dark outside. I didn't put anything into like each day's containers, but I've got chicken, my take on what's like a cowboy caviar, but more versatile that I can use for a bunch of different types of meals, depending what I'm feeling like. Also cracked up some egg bites yesterday. Got my stuffed peppers here and my breakfast sorted. So yeah, follow along. I'm going to be tearing this kitchen apart hopefully very, very soon. Bye.